everyone, I'm Miriam from My Sweet Home Montessori. Today I'm going to help you introduce children ages 4 and up to the phases of the moon. After all, the moon is one of the most magical objects in our solar system. Because the moon is so important to our planet, I would normally take about a whole month to cover it in my classroom, which coincidentally is the exact amount of time it takes for the moon to orbit the Earth. But I know you don't have that kind of time. So I'm going to make this lesson as simple as possible. And that's my goal here at My Sweet Home Montessori, to help busy families make learning a simple and natural part of their everyday home life. Since Montessori is a hands-on approach to learning, we are going to get our hands on some Oreo cookies and a butter knife. Your children will be using their visual, tactile, and gustatory senses. So let's get started. Your classroom for the next few days is the night sky. So just head on out with your little ones and look at the moon. Point at it, howl at it, oh, and just observe its beauty. Watch as your child's brain begins to organically absorb the moon looking different at different times. Ask them some fun questions like, what do you think it's like there on the moon? Can people live there? Are you sure? Okay, so why not? But if you could, what from this planet would you bring to live with you on the moon? Then tell them about the cool craters, the dead volcanoes out there, and pretend to take a rocket ship and fly to the moon. Remember that moonwalk from the 80s? Show them. Then pretend to be weightless and collect moon rocks. Just be spacey. It's fun. After a few nights of wonderful silly observations together, you are now ready for the moon phase part. I would recommend just doing one phase at a time since you can only see one phase at a time, and you also don't want your children to eat that many cookies. So this time, head on out back, but bring your butter knife and the cookies. And say to your child, can you see that the moon looks different each time we see it? These changes have special names. Let's look at the moon tonight and give it that special name. For example, does that moon look like it's half full? We call that a half moon. Can you say half moon? Excellent. Now can you point at the moon and say half moon? Now we're going to take our Oreo cookie and twist the top off. Does this cookie look like the half moon? No, it does not. So let's see if we can make it the half moon cookie. So just take off some of that cream, have to be exact. Does this cookie now look like it's half full? Yeah, so let's call this a half moon cookie. Can you say half moon cookie? Great. Does that half moon cookie taste delicious? I bet it does. And now you are ready for the rest of the phases. Full moon, waning gibbous, first quarter or half moon, waning crescent, new moon, waxing crescent, last quarter or half moon, and waxing gibbous. Super fancy name. Each phase is beautiful and delicious. And remember, the most important part of this lesson was the quality time that you got to spend with your child. So tell them it's important that they hear it. Also, incorporating the subject into everyday life is what makes it stick. So use it at bedtime and say goodnight crescent moon, goodnight full moon, or I love you to the waxing gibbous and back. And if you are brave, you can sing it. For example, take Frank Sinatra's Fly Me to the Moon and change some of the words around. Fly me to the half moon. In other words, phases of the moon. Trust me, your children will be over the moon about your voice, even if you are not. How about making the moon phases with bubbles at bath time? I'm pretty sure that would be a hit. If you need more advanced Montessori lessons with the 3-part cards or how to use it with Play-Doh, or if you need some books or songs about the moon, just message me. Or if you're interested in my classes and home lessons, you can go to www.mysweethomemontessori.com. Goodbye for now.